Some kind of carbon scoring. Oh, hey, you're back. Welcome to part 2 of the 3 Christmas art lessons for kids. It's getting a little bit closer to Christmas now. So, last week we had a look at making a snowman, which is basically a tree decoration. So I thought this week we'd do something completely different. This week we're going to make a tree decoration. No, it is. Yeah, no, it is different. It's very different. It is different. You're not going to believe me, are you? Come on, let's take a look. Right. Now what you're going to need are these things. Pipe cleaners. And pipe cleaners are brilliant. They're all fluffy and you can bend them. So we're going to make something very Christmassy today. We're going to make a Christmas tree decoration. I know that sounds like a Christmas tree decoration like we did last week, but we're actually going to make a Christmas tree that is a decoration. See what I mean? So you're going to need pipe cleaners, and you won't need this many, but you're going to need at least, I would think, about 14. So the way to start off, choose your colours. Now I've gone with a dark blue, a purple, a lighter purple, and a much lighter sort of lilac colour. And we're going to make a Christmas tree out of those. So the first thing you need to do is you need to have one of these for snipping the pipe cleaners. Now you might need to get an adult who's got one of these, and you might need an adult's help for snipping, because the thing is with pipe cleaners, and some of them come already bent at the end there, but these ones haven't actually, so they're pretty sharp, and wherever you cut your pipe cleaner it is going to be quite sharp. So the way around this is to just bend the end over like that. So you just bend it round. I'll show you again on this side. Oh, I've already done that one. So you just take the end, so it's sharp, just carefully bend it over back on itself, and that way it's got a blunt end. Nobody's going to get any injuries from that, because the last thing you want on a Christmas decoration is injuries. So the first thing to do is take a couple of your pipe cleaners. Now I've decided to start off with the lighter colours and then work my way down to the dark blue. So I'm going to take 2 of the lighter colours. I'm going to take one of the just ordinary purple ones, and I'm going to put them together like that, about the same height. Then I'm just going to hold these 3 together and then start twisting them. And it doesn't matter if they start, sort of not twisting properly. You just keep going, because you're not really going to see this too much. This is going to be the sort of stem of the Christmas tree. Just keep going all the way down to about that far. So it should look a bit like that. So you've got these bits at the bottom, and then this spiral bit in the middle, and then these 3 bits at the top. So with those 3 bits at the top, you can just bend these a bit like that. So that's going to be the top of your Christmas tree. Now the next thing, if you do have an adult there with you, you could get them to do this bit, because it's a bit boring. You're going to need some pipe cleaners that are cut down, so you're going to need to use your snippers, and you're going to want the first one to be about that length, which is about 5 centimeters. So you just cut that off. Don't forget, it's best to bend the sharp ends in, so get the adult to do that as well, because that is quite boring. So you're going to have a 5 centimeter one, and then you're going to want another 5 centimeter one. So just keep doing that and bend the ends. Now that one's come out a little bit shorter, but that's alright. They only just have to be roughly the same length. So just keep going, get a little bit longer. Maybe this one I'm going to do is going to be about 7 centimeters. In fact, I'll just cut this piece in half. So they're getting slightly longer. That's alright, that's pretty much what we want actually. So then you can start on your next colour and just work your way through, just getting them slightly bigger each time. I'll snip through all mine and then I'll show you what I've got at the end. So let's start the speedy camera. Right, okay, so I've set out the pipe cleaners in longest last and smallest first. And I've bent all the ends in, so it's all super safe now, nobody's going to get injured. And I didn't really get any injuries off that, so that's good. So then you're going to take your first one and you're going to put it about at near the top of your Christmas tree and just wrap it round fairly tightly. So it won't go anywhere, and just bend it up a little bit so it starts to look a bit like that. Okay, and then just carry on doing that all the way down. We want to try and make sure that these branches are going in slightly different directions to the ones above, otherwise you'll end up with a very flat Christmas tree. And start at the top, because it's quite difficult to go back and add in extra branches without knocking them all over the place. So there we go. So just carry on doing that all the way round. Just one twist and then just give it a bit of a pull either side just to make sure it's tight. Obviously you can bend the branches to make it look however you want it to look. Just work your way down. So I'll carry on doing this. Speedy camera time. Right, so when you have your tree looking something like that, you can start to bend the branches up a little bit, just get them in the positions that you want them. Make sure they're all tight around the stem of the tree. Even it out a little bit. Now, very carefully, you can start to bend some of these top pieces. So what I'm going to do is just fold it back on itself. Any of the longer ones that are sticking out, you can just bend back, and then see, like that one, I've folded it back out just to make it look a bit like it's got a bit of a branch there. Okay, so leave the top few, because normally they're straight, aren't they? You don't really have many branches off of those. And just pick out now and again one or two of the longer ones and just fold it back on itself like that. And then take the end Ugh. And just fold that back out so that you get a little bit of an end like that. So just pick which ones you want to do that to. It's easier on the longer ones, obviously, because then you've got more pipe cleaner to play with. You don't have to do all of them because we're going to be coming back with something else in a minute. Okay, when your Christmas tree is starting to look a bit like that, then you can take some of your if you've got any more pipe cleaners, the little bits that you've cut off, and then just cut them pretty small. Especially start with, now I'm not going to put any on these lighter colour, the sort of lilac ones at the top. I think I'm going to leave those. Actually, I might just put a little, make that end look a bit more. That's better. So I'm not going to put any on the lighter coloured one at the top. I'm going to start with the purple, the lighter purple. So I'm going to snip this. I'd say that's probably about 2 centimetres. Well, actually no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it about 3 centimetres. That way it gives room to fold those sharp bits in, because we don't really want any sharp bits. That bit done, oh, that bit's done, good. And then just pick whichever branch you want to put another branch on. So can you see that? And then I'm just going to do exactly like we did with the stem. I'm just going to wrap this smaller one round the branch and then just bend it forward a bit so it ends up like that, like a bit like the snowman's hand. There, can you see that? So just pick some of them like that, just work your way down. So I've done the purple ones there, and now I'm going to start on the next colour. And these branches are going to be slightly bigger, so maybe about 4 centimetres for these ones. But they don't have to be all the same length. I mean, branches aren't the same length, so as long as you've got enough pipe cleaner to comfortably be able to bend it and work with it, that's all that matters really. You don't want it too long because that can get a bit annoying when you're trying to bend it round the branch like that. And then just keep going. Right, now on to the last colour. So mine's the dark blue. Now because these are quite a bit longer, these branches, you could actually put 2 of the extra branches on. So I'm going to do that. So a slightly larger one at the back and then a smaller one at the front. And it's going to be easier to put the larger extra branch that's at the back on first. So put that on there, just wrap it around nice and tight. Then take your smaller one closer to the end and do the same. Okay, so there we are. I've just added on all these extra branches. Some have got 2 branches on, some have just got the 1. It's up to you, just make it look the way you want it to look. So when you've got to this point, what you're going to want to do now is take the bottom few stems, and then I'm just going to wrap one back on itself just to make this bit a little extra stronger. Just keep wrapping all the way around. See, I'm just twisting it now. Just twist the whole thing. There we go. So now we've got to try and figure out a way to make this stand up. Now the best way to do that is, I mean, you could use maybe I don't know, bottle top or something like that, but I'm going to make this look a little bit like a real fake Christmas tree. So I'm going to add an extra pipe cleaner right at the bottom. Just twist that around again. I might twist it around a second time actually, just to make sure it's on there. Right, now we're going to fold these in, twist them with all the four that are sticking out. Just fold it over again and twist. This bit can be a bit tricky, but you just got to find the best way to make it stand. Do a bit of bending. And there you have it. Christmas tree. So now just look over your Christmas tree and look for any branches that you think you might want to just bend a little bit more, just to bring the branches out. But there you have it. Your very own Christmas tree decoration. So it's just pipe cleaners, a pair of wire cutters just to cut the pipe cleaners. Maybe get an adult to do that bit, and make sure that they bend the ends of the pipe cleaners round after you've cut them, because they can be sharp and you don't want sharp bits on a Christmas decoration. But there you go. So you can give this as a gift to someone maybe, or just put it up in your home and hope on Christmas Day someone puts some very small Christmas presents underneath it. But I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, make sure you're subscribed, and join me next week, which is going to be extra Christmassy, because it's not going to be long then until the big day. So, oh, actually, you're going to need cardboard for the next one. And the best type of cardboard would be cereal box cardboard. So if you've got any cereal boxes that you're about to throw away, make sure you grab them and hang on to them for the next lesson. And other than that, enjoy the build up to Christmas. I'll see you next week.